And welcome back to Japan Game Junk. On this day, I'm going to talk a bit about a store visited. This might be the second time mentioning it, but it was my first time in a long time. But visited on the 29th of December, 2024. This is the Surugaya store in Takasaki, Gunma. This is a store that's part of the Oppa shopping center near Takasaki Station, and it is well worth a visit. Quite a bit of stuff here to get, and in fact, some of it I did in fact get this day. First, Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Nintendo Switch. This huge remake of everything. It's actually a new release. But this is the used copy. But a new release, and it's being sold for 15,800 yen. That's a huge markup, because it's so hard to find right now. I think that if you wait just about a month, maybe you can get it for much cheaper than that. And also, I was surprised to see Zelda Yumeo Mirushima. So this is the Zelda remake from Game Boy. Which one's it? What game was that? The Game Boy Zelda game. Anyway, the remake that was made for Switch, the big deluxe box, still sealed in box, 10,000 yen for the big one that has all the art book and stuff in it, which was much less than that when it was new when it came out. The Yoshi, what's the Woolly World? I forgot but the soft amiibo, the knit amiibo for Yoshi there. A little bit of a yawn. I'm sorry. 4,800 yen in box, new in box, kind of expensive. Also, something that was a rarity for me. I have not seen it before, thus I bought it. For the Xbox 360, the Dreamcast Collection. This is something that was only released outside Japan. I believe it was only in North America. And it's a disc that has the Dreamcast versions of, or it has the Xbox 360 versions, just HD versions of the Dreamcast games of Crazy Taxi, Sega Bass Fishing, and Sonic Adventure, and ostensibly Space Channel 5 Part 2. Now, the game files on here on the Xbox One, I was putting this in the Xbox Series X. The first three I mentioned there, they download and they play fine. But Space Channel 5 Part 2 is not playable because it is a live arcade game, and those were shut off about half a year ago. So that is not even possible to download anymore. Remember, try to get physical copies of all your media. However, here, of course, because this is the... that's because it's the 360 game, right? If I put this in the 360, which I might do at a future date, it should have the files on the disk to be able to copy from the disk and not from the internet. So anyway, that backwards compatibility on Xbox One or Xbox Series does require the connection to the store. A weird game I haven't seen before, City Builder. It's just like a SimCity style game for PlayStation. It was being sold for 1280 yen when it was new as a value piece of software. Here was 400 yen. I was tempted to get it, but I didn't. For the GameCube, F-Zero X, I guess, 3,000 yen disc only. When did that become expensive? Much more expensive is a game I think I've done this on the channel before. I have just the cartridge only, which I bought for 1/10 of this price, but this is a fantasy role-playing game, and literally the script on this box is too difficult to see, but it has like a gargoyle with a very large bare breasts on the box, which is nice. It's also on the label of the game. But this is the big version that has a little pewter figurine inside as well in the big box. 21,000 yen, again, 10 times what I paid for it, cartridge only. Sega Saturn, mint, not new, but mint in box, 15,000 yen, wow, that's a lot of money. For 6,200 yen, not a Virtual Boy, just the soft fabric thing that goes on the eyepiece of the Virtual Boy. That only 6,200 yen, wowee, wow. There were several Tamagotchi that were not exactly cheap, just regular old price. A retro station system. I think I've seen this before on YouTube channels, but it's got lots of Capcom game stuff on it. New in box, 28,000 yen. It looks like a weird alien spaceship arcade game cabinet. What else? Oh, Nintendo World Championships, the big box version that has the controllers inside. Haven't seen that for sale for new lately, which was less than this price, so now I guess it's going to go up for a premium price. Used, it's 9,400 yen. Okay, what else was here? Oh yeah, 32,500 yen for Panzer Dragoon Mini for Game Gear. Didn't even know that existed. Quite expensive. Less expensive, Skyrim for Xbox 360, complete and package, 250 yen. And more expensive, Skyrim Legendary Edition with all the download content, 1,600 yen. Although I found this later on disc only for the PlayStation 3 for only 100 yen, but that was a different store. And then probably my favorite one, Yomeso de Yomenai Kanji DS. So DS game where it says those Chinese characters that look like you can read it, but maybe you can't. Looks like you should be able to read it, but maybe you can't. It's some sort of a Chinese character study software for the DS. Randomly, CD-ROM system card for the PC Engine CD, 800 yen. I don't know how you would not have this when you have your CD, but there you go. And I think that's pretty good. That's everything that I could see and enjoy there at the Surugaya store in Takasaki. Go see it, go enjoy it, and go make it your lover. It's a wonderful place, a wonderful spot, a wonderful place, a wonderful splot. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.